Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Another oddball little video, this one quite short. I was looking through some of my old motorcycle magazines again, doing a bit of research for another video that will be coming along shortly, when I found what is essentially a little filler piece in Bike magazine of August 1975, which coincidentally is when I started venturing forth onto the Queen's Highway on my FS1e. And that's what drew me to this little piece initially. And then when I read it, I realised that it would raise a wry smile for people of my age, old gits, and probably some disbelief in some of younger viewers, if any of those are watching. So as usual, it's on the bench. Let's go and have a look. Right, it's this little filler piece here. It's entitled Mini Comparisons Yamaha versus Honda, and the writer, a Roland Dane, is comparing prices based on figures taken from Bike Magazine's road test of March 1975, and then extrapolating that over a potential 5,000 mile yearly use, including some fairly basic stuff that every bike owner is going to fork out for, which is not unusual in bike magazines. They like to come up with stuff like this from time to time, but the prices are just hilarious. A year's insurance on an FS1e or a Honda SS50 was £5.50. Road tax £4. Petrol, the FS1e is marked up at 84 pence. This is per gallon, because that includes some allowance for the petrol oil mix, the oil in the tank mix of the FS1e of this age. Mine was the same, it's mixed in tank, whereas only 70 pence a gallon for the Honda SS50. And I have distinct memories of going to fill up at Yateley Motors and getting 1.5 gallons for £1 in my FS1e. That's using my own oil. So happy days. That's 4.5 litres for 70p, so whatever that is. Oil, it'd be engine oil in the Honda, that presumably will be gearbox oil for the Yamaha, £1.65 and £1.48. A rear tyre for each, working on the basis that it'll warm one out in 5,000 miles, which from memory is probably about right for the FS1e. It did seem to go through tyres quite quickly from memory. But anyway, £6 for a rear tyre. 45p for a spark plug for the Honda, £1.44p for the FS1e, because as they rightly say, the Yamaha would have used 3 in the time the Honda went through 1. So a bit more on your spark plugs. Servicing cost, which is the labour cost at a dealer, according to the little blurb. Let me just double check that to make sure I'm right. Yes, the price is quoted are for labour only at the recommended 1,500 mile interval on the Honda and 1,000 mile interval on the Yamaha. So very short service intervals, but there again, look at the price. £15 for the Honda, £12 for the Yamaha, giving a grand total of £80.59 for the Yamaha, £57.43 for the Honda. So there's a clear financial benefit for the Honda, although where I lived there was a group of us with sports mopeds, and oh God, there must have been about 20 of us, I would have thought, knocking about at that time. Not all of whom I knew well, but in that, knocking about generally, and I can't remember anyone having an SS50, whereas there are loads of fizzies about and lots of Fantics for some reason. But anyway. And then below are listed some typical spares prices, which the blurb says the prices quoted are for better quality stuff. So some of it will be dealers. So £4.50 for a chain, for instance. £2.65 for a flasher unit, which is not particularly cheap, I suppose, at that time. Brake shoes, £1.50. £1.20 for the Honda. And then a set of front forks, including the yokes, so that's both legs and the yokes, £44 for the Yam, £52 for the Honda. So Prices like these seem like fantasy land now, but an amazing little insight into stuff I'd forgotten. I remembered the petrol, but the rest of the prices I'd forgotten all about. And the £5.50 for the insurance is the lowest price the author, Roland, could find for fully comprehensive insurance. So there you go. I think the most interesting comparison for me is the relative increase in insurance compared to everything else. So I don't know how much a rear tyre is at the minute for a sports moped. I genuinely have no idea. But I would have thought about £40 would buy you a sports moped tyre, to be honest, similar to a scooter tyre, in which case the insurance should be the same. However, I struggle to believe that a 16-year-old could get insurance for £40 nowadays. I would imagine probably nearer 10 times that amount, to be honest, at 16. So there you go. Prices relatively have changed a lot, but happy days. So there you go. I'm an old nut. This is Old Nut's Garage, and that's what biking used to cost when I started. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Call back. There's loads of petrolhead nonsense goes on in this channel, and there will be more looking back at some of these historic aspects of biking. Thanks for watching.